it's just about time for this 1994 football season to get underway. The Wildcats and the Jefferson County Patriots. And guys, good to have you back in the booth for another season of Oak Ridge High School football. I'm about as excited as I've been any time in the many years that I've done this. Your thoughts on the ball game about to get underway?
Well, David, obviously there's an awful lot of excitement in the air right now. You can really feel the tension starting to build up here at Blankenship Field. Jefferson County obviously very...
Against a very experienced, big, huge line for the Jefferson County Patriots. Oak Ridge, of course, got a lot of speed, a lot of depth. The weather really might...
To receive the kick for the Jefferson County Patriots, Andre Ware, a 6', 170-pound senior. And we're about to get underway. The student standing section on their feet in front. Packed house here at Blankenship in the 1994 season about to get underway. Eduardo, the ball's on the tee. He makes his approach, and here's the kickoff of the season. It's high, not as long. It fielded at the 9, to the 10, to the 15, up the middle, 20, 25. Boom! He's blasted hard down at the 28-yard line, and that's where Jefferson County will take over. First down, 10 yards to go.
You know, I just now talked about it, and obviously it looks like they've worked on that, and the running back got the ball and went up the middle and got sandwiched between two to Oak Ridge defenses. Looks like they started off right where they left off last year, Dave.
The quarterback for the Jefferson County Patriots is 6'2", 194-pounder David Redding. He only threw one pass last year. It was incomplete. The Wildcats on defense, four-man front up to the line will come. Jefferson County from the 28-yard line. Backfield split. Quarterback Redding hands it off for a gain of about 4 yards. They go straight up the middle. The stop is made by, let's see, the Wildcats. Number 8 for the Wildcats making the stop, Kenneth Jackson. It'll be a gain of about 6 on the play. Second down, a long 4 for a first.
Boy, David, on that kickoff, there's an outstanding lick laid by the Wildcat coverage team. Looked like a big hole was going to open up if they closed quickly. I believe it was Charles Johnson who made the initial lick to bring him down, and a couple other Wildcats came and finished him off with a good punishing hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 33-yard line. It's second down, about 5 yards to go. Just underway here from Blankenship Field. Quarterback hands it off, good yardage, straight up the gut and across the 40-yard line, down to about the 42 before he's tackled, but not before he picks up a first down for the Jefferson County Patriots.
Well, Jefferson County, David, these first couple of plays has just run the ball right up the middle, going right with their strength, their big size, their experienced big offensive linemen, and so far it's worked as they've run 2 plays and picked up a first down as they've moved the ball all the way across to the 43-yard line.
Single man wide to the right side. The backfield consists of Shane Alvey along with Andre Williams. Quarterback this time rolling to his right and hands it off for a yard or 2 gain, moving the ball up to about the 45-yard line. It'll be second down, about 8 yards to go. Mark Haste, our statistician tonight. Our engineer back at the station is Jeff Wise. Mike McNeely here as well.
Well, David, when a team runs the veer offense, you know, a good portion of the veer is how you handle the ball and hide the ball. And Oak Ridge here in the early going is doing a great job of tackling all the responsibilities, whether they have the ball or not. That'll prevent a big play sometime later on in this contest.
Second down, 2 yards to go. Hand off again up the middle for about 2 more yards. He scored 4, but they're going to call him officially down at the 48-yard line, running straight up the gut against the Wildcats. They've yet to go outside. They've yet to attempt to pass. We're down to 10-10. Coach Gaddis told me just a moment ago he feels, and this is very wise, for Jefferson County wants it to be a very quick ball game. They don't want to see Oak Ridge's offense out on the field that long. They want to do a lot of drives, just sustaining, keeping the clock running, and so far they've gotten a good start on that. They've worked 2 minutes off the clock. They've got the ball near midfield at the 48-yard line. Receivers left and right, backfield split. Redding, the quarterback, rolls to his left, will pitch to Williams. He's in trouble, gets away momentarily, squirts forward for about 2-yard gain, but that's not enough. It'll be fourth down, 3 yards to go, and the punt unit will come onto the field for Jefferson County.
You know, the other thing we didn't really get a chance to talk about, but the excellent special teams that the Oak Ridge Wildcats have. Every time DeAndre Johnson and Sean Williams touch the ball on special teams, they seem to make something extremely big happen. Here we have a chance, first time we get to see DeAndre do something on punt return.
And DeAndre Johnson will indeed stand back at around the 10-yard line, his own 10, Jefferson County to punt. Here's the snap, it's high. Very little pressure, a line drive, end over end kick. Will take a bounce at the 20-yard line and will be downed as it comes rolling dead at the 16-yard line, and that's where Oak Ridge will take over. First down, 10 yards to go, and onto the field for the first time in 1994, the offensive unit for the Wildcats, led by senior quarterback Jeff Miner. The tailback is Sean Williams, over 1,300 yards last season. The fullback is Mike Howard.
David, you pointed out Jefferson County obviously wants to control the football. Well, obviously Oak Ridge doesn't want them to control the football. So therefore, you have to consider that first drive successful. Just one series of 4 or 5 plays. Sure, they were able to take a couple of minutes off the clock, but you're going to do that when you run the football. The Wildcats need to get some big plays here in this contest. Get on top early and make Jefferson County have to come back.
Torrey Yancey wide to the left side. DeAndre Johnson wide to the right. Minor rolls to his left side. Wants to run. He's hit and dropped. Back at the 10-yard line. Big penetration by the Jefferson County Patriots, and Minor loses about 7 yards, or actually 4 yards on the first down play. It's going to be second down, 14 yards to go. 8 minutes, 19 seconds to go. We're just underway in the first quarter. Scoreless ball game. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge and the Patriots of Jefferson County. The Wildcats with the ball at the 12-yard line. Brett Kennedy brings in the play from the sideline. From the head coach of the Wildcats, Coach Joe Gaddis. Kennedy will drift off wide to the right side along with DeAndre Johnson. The tight end is Roy Howard. He's on the left. Up to the line will come Jeff Minor. From the I once again, Mike Howard, the fullback. Sean Williams, the tailback. Second down, 14 yards to go. Minor rolls left, pitches the ball, and throws the ball deep. It's going to be picked up by Sean Williams, who makes a move at the 15-yard line. And that play right there, very, very fortunate. If things worked out for the Wildcats, that could have been disastrous here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, David, it looked like we had somebody that went the wrong way, and then the quarterback was kind of left exposed out there. And the defensive end actually got between the quarterback and the pitch man, and he tried to pitch the ball over the defensive player and made a bad pitch. Great play by Sean Williams to catch the ball.
Yeah, I agree with you, Scott. That's just a miracle that Sean was able to catch that ball and get back to the original line of scrimmage. Great athletic play on his part. Big play here on third down and long.
Third down, 11 yards to go from the 16 from the I. Here's the pass across the way that Torrey Yancey is hit. The pass is incomplete. It'll be fourth down facing the Wildcats, and onto the field will come the punt unit. So Roy Howard will get his first test. Averaged a little over 36 yards per punt last season. He'll be punting from close to his own goal line. Andre Williams back to receive the punt, standing back at his own 40-yard line. 7:37 to go first quarter in a scoreless ball game. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge and the Patriots of Jefferson County. Roy, here's the snap and the punt. Plenty of time. End over end kick. Williams fields it at the 45, gives ground to the 50, off to the right side. There's a clip, and here's the call. Down the sideline he goes to the 35-yard line, and it'll be brought back. A very apparent clip that time against the Jefferson County Patriots.
The Wildcats are fortunate there, David, for the clip, because that's going to bring this one back 15 yards or so from the point of that infraction. But Jefferson County otherwise would have had great field position. They did exactly what they wanted to do on their opening drive. They pinned Oak Ridge down deep. And here in the early going, we talked earlier about the battle of field position. Here, after each team have had one offensive possession, Jefferson County obviously has the better of that.
And indeed, they're going to step the penalty off back inside Jefferson County territory. 7:22 to play in the first quarter, just underway from jam-packed Blankenship Field. The line's getting a little shorter at the ticket booth to our right towards Jackson Square. Still fans filing into the field here. The ball's going to be resting at the 37-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for the Jefferson County Patriots.
Yeah, and also I think it's good to get that first series of downs over with a brand new starting quarterback. Jeff Minor's got to be nervous in his first starting role as an Oak Ridge quarterback.
Backfield split, first down play, goes forward for 10, close to 10 yards, about 8 yards, straight up the middle. He was hit initially and then continued to drive forward before he's finally dropped by DeAndre Johnson. Big gain on first down, gain of 8. It'll be second down, 2 yards to go for Jefferson County.
Well, there's no, really questioning the strategy of Jefferson County at this point, David. I mean, they're just going right with their strengths. And so far, it's produced some big runs. They're just running right behind those big offensive linemen of theirs, and so far it's paid big dividends.
Quarterback David Redding brings him up once again, hands it off. This time his man is hit. After a yard gained or so, it'll be third down, 1 yard to go. Shane Alvey on the carry. He's a 6'1", 170-pound senior. It'll be third down, 1 yard to go for Jefferson County. The line of scrimmage, the 46-yard line of the Patriots. They're moving from right to left as I look down from the home side here at Blankenship Field. We're wearing predominantly white jerseys with blue numerals, the Wildcats in cardinal and gray. Third down and a yard to go. 6:22 and counting here in the first quarter of a scoreless ball game. Redding once again from the 46 will hand it off for first down yardage. Straight up the middle, moving the ball to the 45-yard line of Oak Ridge. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go for Jefferson County, and they're just going right up the gut against the Wildcats. First and 10, Patriots.
Big Roy Howard got a big piece of the official out there, David. He didn't really do a good job of getting out of the way of that play, and Roy came in there to make the tackle and got nothing but black and white stripes, and it really gave Jefferson County a couple extra yards. It was actually a pretty good block by the official.
Redding brings his team up once again inside Wildcat territory at the 46. They've dominated the clock here in the first quarter. First down, 10 yards to go. Redding hands it off, and they move the ball to the 40-yard line. Down it goes to the 38, and continuing to run behind that big offensive line, and they've moved the ball for another big gain on first down. Roy Howard on the stop. It's second down, 2 yards to go.
Yeah, David, Jefferson County's done a great job. They've been running the veer trap, which your guard comes out and tackles the defensive tackle. And then they mix it up with the inside veer and a little bit of the outside veer. Right now they're doing a great job of mixing up. They've yet to throw the ball yet, but I wouldn't be surprised to see one right here on a 2nd and 2 play.
And up to the line they'll come, which is now the 37-yard line. Redding hands it off, and the ball carrier picks up close to first down yardage. Kind of slipped on the turf at around the 36-yard line. Mike Howard makes the stop and get a good spot. They put him down where he slid. It'll be third down and a yard to go.
Well, David, Jefferson County traditionally, obviously, is known as a team that can just sort of ground it out on you, but their backs, Andre Williams and Shane Alvey, both coming back from last year, both had great yards per carry averages, so they have the capability of busting a big play on you. Alvey averaged something like 8.6 yards a carry. Williams averaged over 7 himself.
Another first down run as they move the ball across the 30-yard line up to the 28. First down, 10 yards to go, and they're doing exactly what we thought they would do, running behind their strength, their big offensive line. First down, 10 yards to go as Roy Howard has to make the stop once again. First and 10 inside the Oak Ridge 30 at the 29-yard line. 4 minutes, 35 seconds and counting in the first quarter of a scoreless game. The season opener here at Blankenship Field, the Wildcats and Patriots of Jefferson County. Backfield split once again, Williams and Alvey. Redding, well, this time will hand it off to Williams, and he is stuck hard at the line of scrimmage. Might have moved the ball forward. Really knocked backwards by the Wildcats, and Mike Howard again there for the stop.
Well, it was a great read by Mike Howard, David. He just was keying on that running back and filled the hole to perfection. Had a great fundamental tackle and dropped him for, looks like maybe a yard's loss, maybe just a minimal gain of 1 yard.
And it'll be indeed second down, 9 yards to go. 4 minutes to play, first quarter. Jam-packed Blankenship Field. The crowd still filing in. And we appreciate all of you down and below us with radios listening to our broadcast on AM 1290 WATO. Second down, 9. Movement across the line of scrimmage by the Jefferson County Patriots. And that should cost them 5 yards.
David, obviously penalties and turnovers and things of that sort play a big part in every game, but, you know, especially against a team like Jefferson County, because they're not really a big play team. They like to have the second down and short, the third down and short plays. They're really uncomfortable when they have second down, 15, third down, and 7 or 8. Those are the kinds of situations that Oak Ridge has to force on Jefferson County and force them to make big plays.
Loss of 4 on the 5 on the penalty. It'll be second down, 14 yards to go. 3.5 minutes to go. First quarter, Jefferson County at the 32-yard line of Oak Ridge. And the quarterback rolling right, hands it off, and moves the ball forward for a gain of about 6. Alvey once again on the carry. And it'll be, let's see, Travis Maddox there for the stop. Be third down, 9 yards to go.
It looks like we might finally get a chance to see Jefferson County throw. We watched the quarterback warm up in pregame warm up, and he's got an outstanding arm. Third and 9, could be a draw, could be another trap. We'll see what happens right here.
Up to the line will come David Redding, single receiver to the left side. That's Mark Strom, single man to the right, backfield split. Redding, the quarterback, from the 27, hands it off once again on the draw up the middle. They will not get the first down. They tackle him at the 22-yard line. It'll be Ware, I believe, on the carry. Strunk there for the stop. It'll be fourth down and about 5.5 yards to go, and I think Jefferson County will call a timeout. We'll take one ourselves. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Trap up the middle and run a pop pass. No, they're kicking a field goal.
Bring it back. Jefferson County going.
Oh, good kick.
Jefferson County going for a field goal. Here comes a pitch to the right side. DeAndre Johnson to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 35, to the 25, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Oak Ridge. A blocked field goal. Nobody knew what to do with the ball. Somebody picked it up, pitched it off to DeAndre Johnson, and Oak Ridge scores with 2:20 to go in the first quarter.
Oh, it's Bo McGregor, David. You got to give him a lot of credit on that play. He picked up the ball, didn't really run it first. There was a lot of indecision. Was about to get tackled, pitch to DeAndre, and he just turned on the Jets and blew everybody away. What a play. What a swing of events. And, you know, we were both surprised that they were even trying the field goal, and, boy, it really worked out good for Oak Ridge.
Yeah, absolutely. What a play. The kick never got over 3 or 4 feet off the air. I mean, off the ground, and then it hit somebody in the head, and the ball was just laying on the ground. And when Bo McGregor got the ball, pitched back, DeAndre Johnson, what great speed.
And the Wildcats for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. So at time on the field, our score, 2:20 to go, first quarter, 7-0 Oak Ridge, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. Very strange-looking play if you're an observer here watching it. It'll be Eduardo Rivera to kick off. Andre Ware back at the 5-yard line, and here's the kick. High kick. Fielded by the Patriots at the 10, to the 15, up the middle 20, 25-yard line, up to the 27 before the stop is made by the Wildcats. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go, 7-0, and the Patriots have to be shocked. You mentioned just a moment ago, we were surprised. In fact, I'll say this, I can say this, I've never seen Jefferson County with a good kicker in the history of Jefferson County football, and that kick didn't hardly get 10 feet off the ground. Very, very surprised they went for that.
I would have to agree with you, certainly, David. I'm surprised that they went for the field goal, but, you know, what a change of events, you know, a change of emotion. Jefferson County had put together a good drive, put themselves in scoring position, and Oak Ridge gets the big play that they needed and puts points on the board.
First down, 10 yards to go. Handoff goes for good yardage. He breaks free, almost stripped of the ball, does pick up the first down. They continue to get good yardage on the carry that time. Jay Ware, he's a junior running back, 6'1", 160 pounds. I tell you, looking at the student standing section down there, it's expanding every single year. It'll be another first down. It's first down, 10 yards to go.
Hey, tell you something I noticed. The Oak Ridge linebackers are probably 6 or 7 yards off the ball. I've never seen them. I don't know if they're just relying on their athleticism to get up to the ball or what, but they're extremely far off the ball.
Reading the quarterback, backfield split, rolling to the right side, handoff once again for big yardage. Another first down close to the 50-yard line, moving the ball to the 49. Alvey there on the run once again. Looks like Mike Howard on the stop. It'll be short of a first. It'll be a gain of 9. Second down, 1 yard to go in the game for the Wildcats. Look at John Dickens, the sophomore for the Wildcats, and it's kind of ironic that he's the brother of Jody Dickens, who would have loved to be a starting player on this team. Injured his knee earlier, and hopefully will be back a little bit later on. He was a only returning member of the offensive line last year. Handoff goes forward for a first down. A big stick late by, looks like Kenneth Jackson there for the hard stick. 49 seconds to go, 7-0. The Wildcats on top. The spot is put down close to midfield where it's first down, 10 yards to go for the Jefferson County Patriots. 7-0 Oak Ridge on top.
Well, Cliff Strunk got there first, David, from his defensive end position, made a great read coming down the line and had a big tackle, wrapped him up, and got a lot of help, obviously, from the great pursuing Oak Ridge defense. But the Wildcats right now are seeing Jefferson County pick up some pretty good yardage with those big offensive linemen. We'll see what kind of adjustments they make as the game goes on.
This time carrying the ball is Shane Alvey as he moves the ball across midfield up to the 48-yard line. Gain of only 2 this time. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Well, back to what I was saying, David, about adjustments. You know, nobody's better at making adjustments than Oak Ridge's defensive coordinator, Bruce Lucier. I mean, he's outstanding at making on-the-field changes in his defense, and it almost always works out. And, you know, almost 100% of the time works out for the better, and he's great at doing that.
60 yards already in the ballgame on 10 carries for Shane Alvey. That's the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Oak Ridge, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. 7-0 Oak Ridge on top, live here at Blankenship Field. The 1994 season opener. Second down, 9 yards to go. Quarterback hands it off for very little yardage. Bounces off a tackle. There for the stop for the Wildcats is Jason Bedingfield. It'll be third down and about, let's say, 6.5 yards to go. The line of scrimmage, the 46-yard line.
Well, those Oak Ridge linebackers that time, David, had great pursuit on the ball, just really attacking their responsibilities, and were able to make the stop, you know, for a small gain. Oak Ridge's linebackers, like Scott said, are playing back off farther than I'm accustomed to seeing them play, but maybe it's just so they can get better vision back there to get better reads off the backs.
Third down, 6 yards to go. Quarterback David Redding, his backfield split, receivers left and right. Will pass. The first time pass is complete for a first down across the 40-yard line. Dives forward to the Oak Ridge 38, and they'll have it first down, 10 yards to go. The first pass of the ball game, and I agree with what I didn't get a chance to see him warm up. He does have a pretty strong arm.
Well, he certainly does, David, and there wasn't an awful lot of room to complete that pass. He zipped it in there pretty good, and the tight end made a nice catch that time. I believe it was Dossett with the catch for Jefferson County. Good hands on a really crisply thrown ball.
11 minutes, 8 seconds to go. 7-0 in the Wildcats on top. Once again, they'll come to the left side. Handoff goes forward. Fumble on the play is picked up by the Wildcats back at the 20-yard line. It's DeAndre Johnson once again. He gives ground. Tries to get to the outside 20. 25-yard line. Tries to get outside. Back to the 30 goes once again. DeAndre Johnson in the right place at the right time. Picks up the fumble, and Oak Ridge will take over. First down, 10 yards to go.
You know, Dave, we watched him all year last year make big play after big play, and already he's made 2 humongous plays this year. This guy's what a great football player.
Just always seems to be in the right place at the right time, David, and you know that's part of being a great player. You know, you just have to be in the right spots, and he certainly is. What an athlete he is. I guess that's why he's on so many all-state teams. The Wildcats. Let's see if they try to get a big play here after the big turnover.
Brett Kennedy wide to the left side, which is the near sideline. Jeff Miner will pitch to Sean Williams. Williams forward to the 33-yard line. Gain of about 3 yards on the play. It'll be second down, 7 yards to go. 10 minutes, 23 seconds to go first half. I'll tell you, Jefferson County's been able to move the ball up and down the field to this point. 0 on the scoreboard for them. The Wildcats, second down, 7 yards to go.
Well, Oak Ridge has been giving some of the running backs some pretty hard hits, David. It's just a matter of time before they're going to jar the ball loose. And I didn't see who the player was exactly, but it was a good hit and knocked the ball free.
Miner will pitch to Williams, tries to get outside, cannot. He's tackled after about a yard gained on the play. It'll be third down and about 6 yards to go.
Yeah, no, it's already early in the second quarter, but I really think this is a big third down conversion right here. Oak Ridge really needs to get something established, show that they can go down the field in 10, 15 plays and score. You know, it'd be great to see them scoring a 2-yard touchdown run or something.
I believe we're about to see Roy Howard, David. I think Oak Ridge is going to look to him, perhaps across the middle, maybe on a little tight end screen. I think Oak Ridge is going to try to get the ball in the hands of Roy Howard on this play.
Doug Anderson wide to the left side. Looks like DeAndre Johnson wide to the right. Backfield split, third down and 6. Jeff will throw across the way. What a catch by Roy, but he can't make it. It almost was an outstanding one-handed grab. Ball was thrown a little bit high. He almost made a spectacular catch. It'll be fourth down facing the Wildcats, and once again Roy will have to stay in the game and punt the ball away. 9 minutes, 16 seconds to go, 7-0. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge on top of Jefferson County. Mark Haste, our statistician, he'll have the Haste halftime report at halftime as Roy will punt the ball away. And flags go down, or at least the play is stopped. I didn't see a flag, but play is stopped. They're pointing towards Oak Ridge. 7-0 on a blocked field goal and return by DeAndre Johnson.
It was just a very, very strange play, David. The field goal attempt from Jefferson County was one that we certainly questioned up here. We thought that they were going to go for it on the fourth down play, but the kick never got more than about 2 or 3 feet off the ground. Bo McGregor picked up the block kick, just sort of stood there for a second, ended up pitching it to DeAndre Johnson, who went 76 yards for a touchdown.
Here's the kick by Roy Howard. High, wobbly kick, angling towards the Jefferson County sideline, and out it goes around midfield, and they're going to step it up to the 46-yard line, and inside Oak Ridge territory. Jefferson County's had short fields to work with. So far, they've yet to dent the scoreboard. 7-0, Oak Ridge on top.
David, Travis Maddox has been in the ballgame quite a bit for Oak Ridge at middle linebacker. He's going to go in right now. He'll call the defensive signals. I believe we mentioned that Ryan Hanks was going to get the start tonight, but it's been Maddox that's gone most of the way.
Up to the line, Jefferson County once again. First down, 10. 9 minutes to go first half. They'll send a single man wide to the right side. That'll be Wally Trent. Backfield split, Alvey and Williams behind Redding. It's Redding rolling to his right, nearly sacked, turns the ball upfield, breaks to the outside, picks up the first down, moving the ball inside the 35, tackled at the 33. Nice run by their quarterback, David Redding. Roy Howard there for the stop for the Wildcats, but not before Jefferson County picks up another first down.
Well, he's a big quarterback, David, 6'2", 194, and he ran hard that time, and it was a good run for Jefferson County, showing the option for the first time.
really, Oak Ridge defense really needs to step it up a notch. Every time it looks like that Jefferson County runs the ball, they're getting 6, 7, 8 yards, especially on first downs. They've had too many first down and 10s after a first down, or second and 1, second and shorts. They need to step it up on first down.
And they'll come to the line once again. That's their 7th first down of the first half. Backfield split once again, 1st and 10. Quarterback Redding, flag goes down, straight up the middle, good yardage, first down yardage. We might have a motion call against the Patriots. I shouldn't say that. We'll just wait and see what the call is. 8:25 to go, 7-0 the score. And the referee with the white hat over, talking things over with the Wildcats, and they'll step the illegal procedure penalty off against the Patriots. That'll cost them 5. The Wildcats on top 7-0, but Jefferson County's been able to move the ball against the much smaller Oak Ridge team, but they've yet to score. Right now they have the ball at the 38-yard line, first down and 15 yards to go. The Wildcats coached by Joe Gaddis, beginning his, I think, 7th season here at Oak Ridge. We're live here at Blankenship Field. Next week we'll be back here at Blankenship as the Wildcats take on Campbell County in the first region ball game of the 94 season. At the 38-yard line, first down, 15 yards to go. Once again, Wally Trent wide to the right side, wide to the left side. For them will go Strom. Backfield split. Redding hands it off to, once again, number 10, Shane Alvey. He moves the ball to the 32-yard line, gain of about 6 more yards on the play. He's heading toward a big night already, over 60 yards in the ball game. 68 yards total. Second down, 9 yards to go. Actually a long 8, I guess, to go for a first at the 32-yard line. Second down and 8. Up to the line quickly will come Jefferson County. They'll send number 80 wide to the left side. That's Mark Childers. Backfield split. Redding the quarterback. Single man to the right side for them. That's Strom once again. Quarterback hands it off to number 9, who gets around the corner, cuts it to the outside, almost broke free. A touchdown saving tackle made at the 20-yard line by the Wildcats, DeAndre Johnson. It's another first down for Jefferson County as they move the ball to the 20-yard line.
Well, unfortunately, David, the Wildcats are just not wrapping up right now as good as they would like to. They're just missing a couple tackles. That time, Jefferson County once again with a good run as they go to the left side. They've shown the ability to run both to the left and to the right sides, and their linemen are just doing a good job of firing off. This Jefferson County line, despite being as big as last year's, is a little bit quicker, I believe.
Backfield split, 1st and 10. Redding hands it off to Alvey. He's hit immediately, then goes forward for a gain of about 8 or 9 more yards. He was hit after about 2 yards, but he just kind of drove forward and tackled after, as I mentioned, a gain of 8 yards. It'll be second down, a long 2 to go. 6:53 to play in the first half, and the clock ticking down. They're inside the 15-yard line. The Wildcats getting Jody Barnett, I believe, into the ball game for the first time. And up to the line will come the Wildcats. Before they do, a timeout is asked for, I believe, by the Wildcats. Let's take one back here at Blankenship Field. Second down, about 2 yards to go at the 16-yard line. Redding hands it off to Alvey. He moves the ball inside the 10, tackled at the 8, and it'll be first down and goal to go for the Jefferson County Patriots. 7-0. The Wildcats on top, but Jefferson County steadily moving the ball down the field inside the 10 at the, as I mentioned, around the 8-yard line. It'll be first down goal to go for them.
Well, Oak Ridge has gone with a little bigger defensive front. David getting Jody Barnett in the ball game, and he was in on that last tackle, doing a good job from his defensive tackle position.
First down goal, backfield split. Redding rolls to his left, hands it off, and the man is hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Still driving the legs, though. Once again, carrying the ball was Jay Ware, a 6'1", 160-pounder. It'll be Mike Howard on the stop, Kenneth Jackson as well. It'll be second down, goal to go. The line of scrimmage will be the 7-yard line. 6 minutes to go first half. Oak Ridge on top, 7-0.
Well, this is a big series, David, obviously, because Jefferson County's about to score. But if Oak Ridge can get out of here with giving up 3 points or no points, it's got to be just a huge momentum builder for them. And Jefferson County, if that would be the case, would have to ask themselves what's going on.
Handoff goes forward for yardage across the 5 up to the 3. Once again, Alvey, I believe, on the carry. It'll be Roy Howard there for the stop. It's third down, goal to go at the 2. 5 minutes, 35 seconds to play. And ticking, they have the ball at the 3. Jefferson County quickly from the huddle up to the line once again. They'll send a single receiver to the right. They'll stack it up. Backfield split behind Redding. The Oak Ridge fans on their feet. Quarterback rolls right, hands it off. Boom! Big stick at the line of scrimmage. They drive him back. It'll be fourth down, goal to go, 1 yard to go.
Well, it's 4th and 1. Anybody want to take bets if they go for it here or not?
Yeah, I think they're certainly going to go for it after that last field goal attempt. But, boy, the hole looked like it had opened up. But Oak Ridge, great closing speed. As Jefferson County, I believe, has taken a timeout. Let's take one ourselves with Oak Ridge on top 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
One single receiver to the left, backfield split behind the quarterback Redding. Under center, 1.5 yards for pay dirt. 4th and goal. Redding under center, rolls to his right, hands it off. Touchdown, Jefferson County. They move the ball forward for just enough yardage. He falls forward, and we're to within 1 extra point from a tie ball game.
Well, that was almost another outstanding defensive play. He didn't make it by much, but he was able to squiggle out of there and get into the end zone. Good drive by Jefferson County, and they've really shown the ability to move the ball, David. Their offensive front is a very skilled one. Not only are they big, but they seem to be able to be good blockers as well.
And they'll go for the extra point. There's a little problem with the equipment right now, and they'll go for the extra point. And this was a big one. Let's see what they can do with the Wildcats. They missed the field goal. It was didn't hardly get off the ground at all. Let's see if they can improve upon their kicking from the field goal try. And let's see. 7-6 the score. The extra point try. The snap is low. Here comes the kick. It's up, drills it up, and it's good. And we're tied at 7. 5:08 to go first half, and we'll be back with the kickoff in 60 seconds.
Oh, got ahead that one.
Boy, they County to kick off. Sean Williams standing deep at his 10-yard line. 5:08 to go. 7-7 the score. The Patriots to kick off. We're in the first half of a tight ball game here at Blankenship Field. And here's the kick by Jefferson County. A line drive kick will go into the end zone for a touchback, I believe. Yes, that is the case. It'll be Oak Ridge taking over first down, 10 yards to go at their own 20-yard line.
I believe it's actually really critical right now that Oak Ridge gets some kind of a drive, chew off at least 3 or 4 minutes of the clock, get maybe at least 4 or 5 first downs. I don't think they can afford to let Jefferson County have the ball, especially in any kind of field position whatsoever.
The Wildcats will come to the line, which is the 20. Brett Kennedy wide to the left side, which is the near sideline. The Wildcats moving from right to left. DeAndre Johnson wide to the right. I formation. Jeff Miner, a quarterback. Howard and Williams, the tailback. The pitch will go to Sean Williams. Sean Williams moves the ball forward, lost the ball, grabbed it right back, or did he? Jefferson County signals they have it. Do they? They do. So their offense will come onto the field. So the Wildcats with 7 offensive plays in this ball game, and here's a fumble. And Jefferson County, great field position at the 23-yard line of the Wildcats, and Jefferson County's offense on the field once again with 4:59 to play in the first half. 7-7 the score.
Well, Oak Ridge's defense has just been had a big challenge thrown right in their face, David. The turnover. The Wildcat defense is going to have to step it up now and create a turnover, create a bad play here for Jefferson County. They got to keep them out of the end zone here for the half.
First down, 10 yards to go. A receiver to the right side, backfield split. 1st and 10, quarterback hands it off for no yardage at all. He's hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. Might have moved the ball forward for a yard. That's Alvey once again. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Bedingfield there for the stop. Mike Howard as well. The ball is resting at the 22-yard line. Clock ticking, 4:25 to play here in the first half. 7-7 the score. The Wildcats and Patriots here in the first game of the 94 season, live here at Blankenship Field in front of a big crowd. The Patriots to the line. They'll send a receiver to the right. The backfield split again. 2nd down and 10. Redding still at quarterback, and he'll drop back to pass. He's in trouble. He is feeling pressure, goes with a pass in the end zone. It's overthrown, incomplete. Heavy pressure being applied by Jeff Miner and Mike Howard. Nearly a sack. He was able to elude that pressure and throw the ball to a man who was breaking towards the goal and threw it out of the end zone. It'll be 3rd down, 10 yards to go.
Well, it was a good job by Oak Ridge, David, getting penetration and getting into the backfield. But Redding's a strong quarterback, and, you know, in the early going, you have to be impressed with him. Although he's done really nothing but turn around and hand the ball off, he's done a good job of just managing the team out there. And that time, made a good play, just getting rid of the ball, throwing it where only his guy could catch it.
Trent Wally wide to the right side. Once again, up to the line will come the Patriots. They'll hand it off to Alvey, who's hit after only 2 yards on the play. It'll be 4th down and long for Jefferson County. Mike Howard again there for the stop. 4th down and 7. And are they going for the field goal again? Let's give us...
You got to watch them right here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a fake, David. Surely, you know, after that first attempt, they're not going to try this again. I'm sure Oak Ridge is expecting the same thing. They're going to, you know, certainly have to be ready right here. But that's pretty conservative play calling, David, if they're just going to go for the field goal right there. I mean, they got the turnover deep in Oak Ridge Ridge territory, you know, certainly they would have tried to go for the score. We'll see what happens.
This will be a 37-yard field goal attempt from the 27. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, it's on its way, it's up, but it's off, it's up and good. But it's drifting off to the right, and they lead it by a score of 10-7, 3:16, and we'll be...
They're on a kick, though. Take that back.
Here's the kick by Jefferson County. Deshaun Williams at the 20 to the 25-yard line. He's tackled actually at the 23, drilled at the 23-yard line, and that's where Oak Ridge will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. 3:10 to go. The Wildcats down now 10-7 after the 37-yard field goal. And let's see what the Oak Ridge offense can do. And Jeff Miner and company back out on the field. 7 offensive plays in the entire half, and they trail now by 3, 10-7, and the Wildcat offensive unit on the field. The Wildcats starting at the 23-yard line. They've had no field position really at all in the ball game. Their score came off after a blocked field goal attempt. Let's see what the Wildcats can do. Doug Anderson wide to the left. It'll be to the right side, DeAndre Johnson. I formation, Jeff Miner from the 23, 1st and 10 Oak Ridge. Miner hands it off to Williams. He's hit and dropped in the backfield. Loss of about 2 or 3 on the play. It'll be second down and about 12 yards to go for a first.
Well, David, Oak Ridge is really struggling on offense. There's no question about that right now. Their total offense at this point is somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 or 3 yards after that loss right there. So Oak Ridge just has not been able to get anything going. I wouldn't be surprised to see him on this series get the ball in the hands of DeAndre Johnson. They just have to. I mean, he's a big play guy. He can make so much happen. Let's see if they go to him here.
Second down, 14 yards to go. Miner will pass. Here's the man. The pass is incomplete. Intending it for Brent Kennedy. It's incomplete. It'll be third down, 14 yards to go.
Yeah, really, let's give Jeff Miner some credit. It looked like a fairly catchable pass. It was a little bit high over the outstretched arms of Brett Kennedy. Third down and 12. Something's got to happen right here, guys.
Up to the line will come the Wildcats. Oak Ridge faced with a third down and 13. Kennedy wide to the left this time. Single man to the right side wide. Appears to be perhaps Torrey Yancey to the right. Miner rolls to his left, has a blocker in front, goes down the way to Roy Howard. Roy at the 30, breaks to the outside 35-yard line, 40, to the 45, to the 50-yard line, breaks to the inside and cuts to the outside 45, down to the 40-yard line. Roy Howard, first down, 10 yards to go.
Oak Ridge has got to go back to that play later, David. Boy, he was wide open. There's Mike Howard was in the vicinity. Nobody was within miles of him. Wildcats are going to have to get the ball in the hands of their big play people. That's what they did that time. Great pass by Jeff Miner. Very collected back in the pocket as he rolled out. Just lofted it to Roy. He made a great run after the catch.
Up to the line will come the Wildcats. 1:50 to play here in the first half. 10-7 the score. Wide receivers left and right. Miner will pitch to Williams. Williams on the inside to the 40. Down he goes to the 35. Down to the 33-yard line. A big gain on first down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, those two big plays right there, absolutely critical for the Oak Ridge offense. Not only does it give the whole offense some good feelings going into it, but now I think your quarterback Jeff Miner's got some momentum going into late into the second half.
Gain of 8 on the play. Second down, 2 yards to go from the Jefferson County 34-yard line. Miner will pitch to Williams. Williams squirts the ball forward to about the 33. Only 1:12 to play in the first half. The Wildcats trail 10-7. And let's see, a timeout will be asked for, I believe, by the Wildcats. Let's take Blankenship Field. Third down, 2 yards to go. 1:10 to play first half. The Wildcats at the 33-yard line. Miner under center will pass. Quick pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. It's fourth down at 2. 1:07 to play. Incomplete. Fourth down, 2 yards to go.
That was a great idea by Oak Ridge that time, David, going with the quick pop pass, trying to get the ball in the hands of Roy once again. But those big linemen for Jefferson County got their big paws up. I believe it was one of the Riley brothers. Certainly a big target to throw over, and he swatted it down for the incompletion.
The Wildcats with 1:07 to play here. It's fourth down and about 2 yards to go. The ball just shy of the 33-yard line of Jefferson County, and Oak Ridge will call another timeout. We're going to hold it right here. The Wildcats kick 3 yards to go, but 2 yards to go against this Jefferson County team. Yeah, they might. Jeff Miner, fourth down, 2 yards to go. 1:07 to play first half, and Miner rolls right, gives it off to Sean Williams. No, that's William Dickey. He'll fire it into the end zone. It's incomplete. underthrown. And it's going to be Jefferson County's offense coming onto the field. The man had broken free. Dickey's pass just a little bit underthrown. A nice play, just not enough on the throw, and Jefferson County will take over with exactly a minute to play here in the first half.
Oak Ridge came out and faked the trap, and then there was a pressure put on the quarterback, and Minor had to pitch the ball quick. Dickey got the ball set up, threw the ball down the field to a wide open DeAndre Johnson. Unfortunately, he just threw it just a little bit too softly, and fourth down, had to turn the ball over. First down and 10, Patriots.
Up to the line, Jefferson County, first down at 10, the ball at their own 33. Coach Kisbeth, known to be a very conservative coach, and they'll hand it off for about a yard or so. I didn't think he was going to go for any long bombs here. He's just not in his nature. Clock ticking down, 50 seconds to go first half, 10-7 our score. At halftime, we'll be looking at the statistics. We'll also have a recap of the scoring via the highlights. And the ball's at the 35-yard line, second down, 8 yards to go. Players shuttling in and out of the game for the Patriots, who are moving from left to right. It's a cool night. Cooler night here at Blankenship, not like we saw last year, the opening game of the year, and I think the heat kind of played on the Patriots in that ball game. Redding with 22 seconds to go, rolls to his left, hands it off for good yardage. Roy Howard needs to make the tackle. Flags are down. He's at the 40, at the 35. Tackled by Roy at the 33-yard line, along with Kenneth Jackson. A flag went down way back at the line of scrimmage with 11 seconds to go. 10-7 the score, and they're going to bring this one back.
Well, they certainly are, David, but Jefferson County still is able to open up some big holes. That time just a huge hole. The running back made a nice move, and they've got a little more speed, overall team speed, I think, than a lot of people thought. I mean, all of these run the ball very good. Jay Wares ran the ball very well, and obviously Andre Williams has great speed, although we haven't really seen much of him in this ball game. So Jefferson County has done some good things. They're a fine football team out there. Oak Ridge, in the second half, as we said, will make some adjustments. It's going to be a great football game in the second half.
They're going to move the ball back to the 25-yard line. 11 seconds to go. It's going to be second down and extremely long, about, let's say, 19 yards to go. 11 seconds on the clock, 10-7. I don't think Jefferson County really will want to run another play. I guess they will. They'll come to the line slowly with 5 seconds. There's a ton of radios
first half, but I wouldn't doubt it if they were really fired up at halftime. I wouldn't be surprised to see a harder hitting, more aggressive bunch here in the second half.
And here's the kick by Helton. It's short. Will be fielded by back at the 20, and moving off to the right side, he's tackled at the 23-yard line, and that's where it'll be first down, 10 yards to go as Brad Redmond gets the return, and it'll be first down, 10 yards to go for the Wildcats as Jeff Minor and company stroll onto the field for Oak Ridge. DeAndre Johnson, the wideout. Roy Howard's in the ball game. Let's see the other wideout as we'll run down the starters on the line here in a second as we start play here in the second half. The line of scrimmage will be the 24. First and 10 Oak Ridge. 11:45 to play. 10-7 the score. Up to the line Oak Ridge. DeAndre Johnson wide to the left. From the eye, a new fullback in there. Looks like Bo McGregor, and the pass is complete on the first down. Outside he goes, kicked out of bounds at around the 33-yard line. DeAndre Johnson on the reception. And Michael, you mentioned this during the first half. They need to get the ball in the hands of DeAndre, and they do immediately on the first down play.
I wouldn't be surprised to see an awful lot of that, David. And the more Oak Ridge throws that quick hitch right there, the more those defensive backs are going to start looking for it, and that's just going to free him up for a big long streak down the sidelines here in a little while as Eric Williams comes in. The Electron, if he gets a hold of, if he just gets any opening at all, he's going to go all the way. You can just mark it up right now. But Oak Ridge has definitely gone with their big play people here in the second half. No question about it.
It'll be second down, a yard to go. A gain of 9 on the play. The line of scrimmage will be at the 34. 10-7 the score. Second down, a yard to go. Up to the line, Oak Ridge. Brett Kennedy wide to the left, which is the far side. They're moving from left to right. Oak Ridge with a full house backfield, I formation. Jeff Minor, the quarterback. Second down and a yard to go. He'll call a timeout with 11:31 to go. Let's take one ourselves. Back in 60 seconds.
Missing a wideout.
One Brett. Second down, a yard to go for the Wildcats. DeAndre Johnson wide to the right. Jeff Minor sneaks the ball forward for the first down across the 35-yard line up to the 36. First down, 10 yards to go for Oak Ridge. 11:27 to play, third quarter, 10-7. Jefferson County on top of Oak Ridge. As I mentioned, we'll be going back to the station at the conclusion of the ball game for scores of other games around the state. We'll also be talking to Joe Gannis, the head coach of the Wildcats. Up to the line, Oak Ridge. DeAndre Johnson to the right side, wide, single man to the left. Roy Howard lines up here on the right. Wildcats with Miner going to pass down the way to DeAndre Johnson. Oh, he can't make the catch. Right. Could have been an outstanding play and a big gainer, but DeAndre, very seldom you see DeAndre drop one like that. It'll be second down, 10 yards to go, but that play was open for DeAndre Johnson.
And it's going to be, you know, really the rest of the game, David. The coverage schemes that Jefferson County has come up with here in the early part of this ball game and throughout the game, you know, that pass play is going to be open for the Wildcats. Down the stretch. I'm sure they're going to go back with it later. You know, that last play, Oak Ridge had 2nd and 1. A lot of people may have thought, you know, they may try to go for the big play, but I, you know, personally like the decision just to get the sure first down and just keep the chains moving and keep the clock going, just have some possession time and build up their confidence on their offense.
The Wildcats in the huddle, second down, 10 yards to go. They've been there a while. Might be an equipment problem, I don't know. And they're waiting, the Wildcats. The officials just looking into the huddle there, so obviously an equipment problem. 10-7 our score. The Wildcats trailing the Patriots. Craig Kizabeth, the head coach of the Patriots, I believe now in his 13th or 14th season, has won state championship back in 1987. Joe Gaddis won state championship 1991. I formation, second down 10. Jeff Miner rolling to his right, in trouble. Dumps it across to tight end Roy Howard at the 40, to the 45-yard line, 50. Inside Jefferson County territory at the 49. First down, 10 yards to go, Oak Ridge.
Great pass that time by Jeff Miner, David. The pocket was collapsing around him. He knew he was going to take a hit when he got rid of the ball, but he delivered a good crisp pass to Roy, who then, of course, turned it into a first down gain. And had it not been for the strength of David Redding, Roy would have picked up big yardage. That's a good open field tackle by the Patriots, but a big gain for Oak Ridge.
Up to the line, Oak Ridge, which is now midfield. First down, 10. Brett Kennedy, flanker to the right. DeAndre Johnson wide out to the left. From the eye, McGregor's the fullback. The tailback is Sean Williams. And it's Miner once again. Oh, that pass was almost intercepted right at the line of scrimmage. Intended again for Roy. Almost intercepted by a Jefferson County linebacker, I believe. It'll be second down, 10 yards to go.
Yeah, it's really interesting play. Most of the time when you think of quick passes to your tight end, it's right up the gut, straight up the field. Actually, it looks like as soon as the ball snap, that the tight end is moving 3 or 4 yards, but it's straight to the sideline. It's really a kind of a unique play.
Up to the line, Oak Ridge. DeAndre wide to the left. Torrey Yancey here to the right, which is the near sideline, right in front of the Oak Ridge bench at the 50-yard line. Second and 10. Jeff Miner rolling right. Fires a pass across the way to Roy at the 40. Once again to the 35. Down to the 30-yard line. Off he goes to the 27. First down, 10 yards to go. Roy Howard once again.
Well, David, this could turn into the Roy Howard show. The Wildcats are going to get the ball in his hands. He's going to be open across the middle. The Jefferson County coverage scheme is not designed to really cover a big play tight end like Roy Howard. They're going to get burned a lot if they continue to use that coverage. But, of course, hey, if they start to bring extra defensive backs in or put a linebacker on him, it's just going to open up DeAndre and that much more. The Wildcat strategy here has been great offensively.
DeAndre Johnson wide to the left side, single man wide to the right. First down, 10 yards to go. Jeff Miner from the 27 will pitch to Sean Williams. Williams finds a hole at the 25. Down he goes to the 23, gain of about 5 on the carry. 9:55 to go, third quarter. Oak Ridge beginning to move the ball down the field. It'll be second down and about 3 yards to go.
You know, we really hadn't had a chance to talk about Sean Williams, but when they run the sweep, and of course they'll run it probably 10 times a game, he hits the hole faster than any running back I've ever seen on a sweep. He gets the ball in.
Wildcats come to the line. Torrey Yancey and DeAndre Johnson wide to the left. McGregor's the fullback. The tailback is Williams, and he gets the pitch. And he breaks inside the 20 down to the 18. He'll be about a yard short of a first down. And the Wildcats playing, as I mentioned, with McGregor, I believe, as the fullback. You might correct me if I'm wrong here, Michael. William Dickey was out because of a slight knee injury. Did get into one play in this ball game, and so they're going with the third-team fullback. It'll be third down, a yard and a half to go. The Wildcats with DeAndre Johnson wide to the left, Torrey Yancey wide to the right. Will Chambers, the first man to the line. He's the center for the Wildcats. Jeff Miner from the I, 3rd down, 2 yards to go. And Miner will pitch to Williams. Gets a block from McGregor. He's at the 15. He's down to the 10-yard line. 1st down, 10 yards to go, Oak Ridge.
Well, David, I think they really are starting to be more physical with Jefferson County. Like I said earlier, I think they're going to be more aggressive up front. Hey, you know, they're taking the attitude, we are a smaller team, but we still have to fight. You know, we still have to put up a fight here in this contest. And up front, they're doing a much better job here on this drive. Of course, the completion certainly to Roy Howard have certainly loosened the defense up a little bit, but this drive has been very crisp for Oak Ridge.
Doug Anderson wide to the left, DeAndre to the right. From the I, Jeff Miner will pass into the end zone. DeAndre Johnson, incomplete, overthrown. Once again, DeAndre broke free. It'll be 2nd down, and let's see, 10 yards to go, the line of scrimmage at the 11. Mark Haste, our statistician. Jeff Wise, our engineer, back at the station. Here comes Keith Thrift into the ball game for the Wildcats as a wideout. Out will come Doug Anderson. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Well in field goal range, if that's an option, with Granger Marler and Eduardo Rivera. Wideouts left and right. Thrift to the right side, Johnson to the left. From the I once again, Jeff Miner will roll right. He looks down the field, dumps it to Roy. He's at the 5, he's at the 3, he's at the 2, he's at the 1. 1st down, goal to go Oak Ridge at the 1-yard line.
Boy, he's just a man among boys out there, David. He's so big and strong, just catches the ball. He's not going to go down, not going to be denied. Drag the man all the way down to the 1-yard line. Perhaps for a 1st down for Oak Ridge, they're going to call out the chains.
Once again, they move the ball inside. It's at the 1-yard line. Indeed, the chains are brought onto the field. 10-7. The Wildcats trail here with 7:56 to go. A very impressive drive unfolding here in front of us at Blankenship Field. The chains are stretched. 1st down, goal to go for the Wildcats at the 1-yard line.
Have you seen the way the defense has just really changed due to the fact that Oak Ridge has gotten Roy Howard involved? I mean, DeAndre's been open on a couple plays down the sideline. Now they're, of course, very conscious of Roy across the middle. Wildcats have a lot of options at this point, David, because Jefferson County really doesn't know which direction they're going to attack from.
Storch into the ball game as a wideout. He'll drift off wide to the right. Single man to the left side. That's DeAndre Johnson. Way wide to the far side. I formation. Sean Williams, the tailback. He'll get the call. Here's the run. Here's the score. Touchdown, Oak Ridge.
McGregor got a good block once again, David, and Sean Williams coasts in for the 1-yard score. What a momentum and tempo-setting drive coming out of the 1st half.
No, they really have done a great job. They mixed the play-action pass, a couple drop-back passes. Rory Howard, what a performance he's put. If he's not on everybody's top recruiting list, I don't know, something's wrong.
Into the game will come Eduardo Rivera to attempt the extra point on the Scott Lamuno hold. Oak Ridge on top again, 13-10 the score, 7:37 to play, 3rd quarter. Eduardo, the ball is down. Here's the kick, it's up, it's blocked.
Get on it.
The extra point goes awry. So we've seen 2 block kicks in this one. 13-10 the score, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
How's that bad? Miner was very composed and poised at the quarterback position, and just a whole new confidence level for the team.
Here's Granger Marler to kick off for the first time, the sophomore from Jefferson. 13-10 the score, and here's the kick by Granger. He hits it high, he hits it long. Back to the 7-yard line, to the 10, to the 15. Oh, big sticks being made on the field. The man gets around the corner of the 25. Tracked down by Kenneth Jackson at the 33. It's 1st down, 10 yards to go for Jefferson County.
You know, the big thing right now, I think, extremely critical for Oak Ridge to hold just Jefferson County on defense. We all know what happened the 1st half. Jefferson County ran the ball at will. This will be a big stop right here if we can hold them 3 plays and out.
7:28 to play and counting in the 3rd quarter. 13-10, Oak Ridge on top. Jefferson County up to the line. Their quarterback, David Redding. Their first possession of the 2nd half, and he'll hand it off. Boom! Big stick behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down, 11 yards to go.
Travis Maddox, David, looked like he was the first one to get there, coming from his middle linebacker slot. Once again, made a great read. Saw the back just coming straight up the hole, so he was there to meet him for the loss.
The line of scrimmage, the 32-yard line, 13-10, the Wildcats on top. Trying to beat Jefferson County for the third consecutive time. Up to the line will come the Patriots. They'll send two receivers to the left. Mark Strom along with Trent Wally. Backfield split behind Redding, the quarterback. He rolls to his right, turns the ball up the field. He's hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Good penetration that time. The quarterback had no place to go. Jeff Miner met him first, then knocked down by a host of other Wildcats. It'll be third down, 9 yards to go.
Well, the intensity level and just excitement level on the Oak Ridge team is just, just uplifted by that first drive. The defense is playing inspired. They're patting each other on the back. You can see them getting juiced up down there for this big play. Let's see if Jefferson County tries to go to the air.
Up to the line will come the Patriots, their own 33-yard line. Third down, 9 yards to go. 6 minutes and counting in the third quarter. 4-man front for the Patriots. The quarterback, he'll hand it off. Up the middle they go. He gets the first down and more. He breaks to the 40, to the 50-yard line. DeAndre in pursuit. He's at the 35, and that's where he's tackled. First down, 10 yards to go for the Jefferson County Patriots on the 3rd and 9. DeAndre Johnson makes the tackle. 1st and 10 Patriots.
Well, once again, Jefferson County, I think Oak Ridge was expecting to see them go to the air. They ran the draw. It was a well-executed play, a good call that time as the Wildcats were looking for the pass, and they were able to break the run out for the first down yardage and more.
They're putting down officially at the 36, first down 10 for Jefferson County. 13-10, the Wildcats lead here in the third period. Up to the line will come Jefferson County. The backfield split. Alvey and Williams. I believe Williams not in there. Redding rolls to his right, hands it off. Good yardage. Alvey once again across the 30, down to the 28-yard line, close to another Jefferson County first down. The Wildcats on top, 13-10. Both teams getting their offenses going here in their first drives of the second quarter. Oak Ridge marching down the field on a 76-yard drive. Their first score was a 76-yard return by DeAndre Johnson after a blocked field goal. It'll be second down, a yard and a half to go. Up to the line will come Jefferson County. Down by 3, second down 2 at the Oak Ridge 28. Redding rolls right, feeling pressure, hands it off, nowhere to go. The play is made by Dickens of the Wildcats.
How about John Dickens, David? Just a sophomore player playing his first game ever as a Wildcat, going up against one of the Riley brothers, Spencer or Rocky, take your pick. They're both consensus All-Americans, All-State picks. He just took him on, was quicker to the line of scrimmage, got through, and was able to make the stop for a loss of yardage. Big play by the sophomore.
Third down, 4 yards to go for Jefferson County back at the Oak Ridge 30. They'll send receivers left and right. Up to the line, the backfield split. Redding, 4:29 to play from the 30. He drops back to the right, pitches it out. Here's the fumble, back to the 40. He has to fall in it, way on back, baby, back at the 42-yard line. It'll be 4th down and long, and here comes the punt unit for the Jefferson County Patriots.
It was a great time, great play that time by Jeff Miner. He came up the field. They were running the outside veer. He actually took on the running back and the quarterback, made the quarterback make a bad pitch. Big play, Jeff Miner.
4 minutes, 3 seconds to go. The loss back to the 41-yard line. It's now 4th down and 14 yards to go. They're very slow in getting the play into the Jefferson County team. Up to the line they'll come. They'll punt from the 50-yard line. DeAndre Johnson back at the 10-yard line, anticipating the Jefferson County punt. 3:43 to go. Here's the snap. Here's the punt. Angles to the right side, and it wobbles out of bounds towards the Jefferson County band. Let's see where they step it off. It goes out. They're walking up the sideline at the 26-yard line. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go. So the Oak Ridge defense holds, and here comes the offensive unit on the field, and up come the fans here at Blankenship Field. Oak Ridge fans on their feet as Oak Ridge comes onto the field offensively.
Well, this is another big drive, David. The Wildcats looking for some serious execution again here on their second drive of the second half. The Wildcats are able to put some points on the board here. Boy, it'd just be a huge swing of emotion and momentum here in this football game.
Doug Anderson and DeAndre Johnson wide to the right. Let's see where Roy is. He's on the left side from the eye. Quarterback Miner pitches to Williams. Williams scoots forward for about a yard or so, working the left side. It'll be a gain of, we'll call it more like 3. They'll call it second down, 7 yards to go. 3 minutes, 23 seconds to play in the third quarter, 13-10. Oak Ridge on top of a very big and powerful Jefferson County team. The Wildcats trying to knock off the Patriots, as I've said, for the third consecutive time. We knocked them off twice last year. Let's see what Oak Ridge can do on this second down and long play. 2nd and 7. Torrey Yancey, junior from Robertsville, wide to the right, single man to the left. From the I, Jeff Miner will pass. Here it is to Torrey Yancey. He makes the catch at the 45 to the 50 to the 45-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Torrey Yancey on the reception.
Does Jefferson County really think that they can play that close a man-to-man coverage and not get burned? I mean, Torrey Yancey is much faster than that defensive back, with all due respect to the young man. I mean, Torrey Yancey's a speed burner, and Oak Ridge made the great call to go to that side. And, of course, Torrey with the great move at the line of scrimmage to create separation from the defensive back, and Jeff laid it up there nicely. Big game for Oak Ridge. Big play.
Wildcats beginning to kick offensively on all cylinders here in the second half. First down, 10 yards to go from the 44-yard line. From the I, Miner will pass again. It's to DeAndre with a blocker in front. Cuts it to the 40. Inside he goes, makes a move, and can't get inside any farther than the 38-yard line, but another fine gain on first down.
You know, you can really see the confidence level of Jeff Miner pick up. You know, its first couple series, you could tell he was very tentative, but boy, in this last two series in the first half, and then the first two series of the second half, you can really tell he's putting a lot of zip on the ball, has a great touch. He's doing an outstanding job right now.
The Wildcats on top by 3, 13-10, 2:07 to play, third quarter. Much like the first half when the Patriots dominated the time and worked the ball up the field, the Wildcats have dominated the second half. From the I, second down, 4 yards to go, and here's the pitch to Williams. Williams hit at the line of scrimmage, squirts forward for about a yard or two after that. Great second effort. It'll be third down and a yard and a half to go.
I guess Sean Williams' longest run tonight, David, has been maybe 10 or 15 yards, but, you know, that run right there, I don't really think he got a great spot after his second effort, but, you know, those kinds of runs right there are great runs. I mean, he was hitting the backfield, didn't look like he was going anywhere, but he still squirted free and picked up, you know, 2 or 3 yards. You know, just a good, outstanding effort, and the all-state backs like Sean Williams are able to make those gains of no yardage or losses of yardage into 2 and 3 and 4 yard gains.
Third down, 2 yards to go from the 37. Jeff Miner rolling to his right, might run, looks up the field, needs a first down. He dives and he's got it, baby, at the 33-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go, Oak Ridge.
Well, good decision that time by Jeff, David. He knew he only needed a couple of yards. He tucked it up and had to get tough in a hurry because there's going to be a confrontation right there at that first down marker. He lowered his shoulder and was able to run over the guy and pick up first down yardage plus a couple extra 2 or 3.
The line of scrimmage, the 32-yard line. Once again to the Wildcats to the line. Doug Anderson to the right side along with Brett Kennedy. And the Wildcats out of position. They'll call a timeout. Their second of the second half. 57 seconds to play. Third quarter, 13-10. Back in the I, Oak Ridge. First down, 10 at the Jefferson County 32. 57 seconds to go, third quarter. Miner, plenty of time. Goes down the field to Torrey. The pass is there. And he makes the catch. No, it's pass interference, though. The flag goes down in the end zone. Torrey Yancey, the intended receiver, and Jeff Miner put the ball right on the numbers. The receiver, Torrey Yancey, the flag went down quickly, and Michael?
Well, David, a great break that time. The defensive back just had lost complete track of the ball, had turned around and completely blocked Torrey from having any path at the football. So, of course, the flag was thrown, and Jeff, you got to give him credit for laying it up there. And, of course, Torrey with good athletic ability, he's, of course, going to make that catch if the guy doesn't interfere.
Yeah, I believe we'll see that play again. Jeff didn't see the tight end. I think it was number 15, Eric Clemens, was streaking right down the middle of the field, and there wasn't anyone within 10 or 15 yards of him. We'll definitely see that play again later on in the fourth quarter.
First down, 10 yards to go, 13-10 the score. It's Brett Kennedy drifting off to the far sideline. Wildcats moving from left to right. Once again, Doug Anderson wide to the right. Bo McGregor, the fullback. Sean Williams, the tailback. Jeff Miner rolling to his left. Down he goes. The pass to Roy. What a catch! He's at the 10. He's at the 8-yard line. A very fine reception by Roy Howard.
Well, it really was, David. And he's so strong. He just catches it with those big old paws, and then he sort of dangles the ball. It scares some of the fans a little bit, but he's strong enough not to fumble it away. Another reception for Roy. Another completion for Jeff Miner. The Wildcats continuing to crisply move the ball with a great combination of ground and aerial attack.
22 seconds to play, third quarter, 13-10 the score. Inside the 10, the Wildcats second down. 2 yards to go, the ball resting at the 8. It's been all Oak Ridge here in the second half. It was all Jefferson County in the first. Up to the line, Oak Ridge. Brett Kennedy wide to the left along with Torrey Yancey. From the I, second down 2. Jeff Miner to Sean Williams. Sean Williams at the 5, at the 4-yard line. First down, goal to go, Oak Ridge.
Once again, Sean just lowers his shoulder. The the going wasn't easy. It was definitely rough. He just plowed his head down.
First down, goal to go. Opening play of the fourth quarter. Wide to the left side. Once again, Oak Ridge's Mike Gibson from the eye. Jeff Miner will pitch to Williams. He scores! Touchdown, Oak Ridge!
Well, I thought they were going to throw a flag for motion, David, but they didn't. Bo McGregor, another great block, and Sean Williams is great down around the goal line because he's got a nose for 6, and he came up with it that time.
Yeah, Mike, I agree with you. I was looking for a flag. It looked like he got just a little bit of a head start, but the referees didn't call it. 6 points, Oak Ridge.
And the Wildcats will go for the extra point, now leading 19-10, 11:56 to play. And into the game will come Granger Marler to attempt the extra point. To hold will be Scott Lamuno. The Wildcats going for the extra point, up by 9. We're in the fourth quarter. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is on his way. He boots it up, it's good! With time on the field, our score, 11:56. We're back here at Blankenship Field. Eduardo Rivera to kick. Here it is. High kick will be fielded by Jefferson County at the 15 to the 20. Oh, what a stick by the Cats! Way back at the 25-yard line. Somebody put him down hard.
Well, David, their kickoff coverage teams have just been blasting people all night long, and that time they just blasted the ball carrier down to the turf. I didn't see who it was, but a host of Wildcats were in there doing their jobs, no doubt about it.
11:47 to play. Oak Ridge up by 10 points. 20-10 the score. The Oak Ridge standing section of the band continuing to rock here at Blankenship Field. Jefferson County's offense on the field once again. First down, 10 yards to go. The line of scrimmage, the 27-yard line. They'll send receivers left and right. The backfield is split. Redding rolling to his right. Feeling pressure will make the pitch, and he gets a big hole. But there to make the stop is Mike Howard at the 32-yard line. And the Wildcats see them pick up about 5 or 6 yards. Michael, we talked about this in the pregame. A veer-oriented team. It's a hard kind of offense to come from behind as the Wildcats have an injured man on the field.
Let's hope this isn't serious at all, David.
Off with the assistance of Coach Younger, and it looks like Dr. McMahon down there, perhaps. It'll be second down, 5 yards to go, 11:12 to play. The clock has started again. Redding will hand it off, and there's a stick, and there's a tackle. He'll get only a yard. Big surge again by the Wildcats.
And Shannon Porter came in there to finish him off, David, and that's what you have to have. I mean, if he's still on his feet and driving, you know, you have to have somebody come in there and just blitz him to the ground, and that's what Shannon did. He just came in there and finished him off. But the one thing that was encouraging about Kenneth coming to the sideline is he looked like he was putting a little bit of weight on both legs, so that is encouraging at this point. Certainly hope he's okay.
2 receivers left and right. Backfield split, third down 4. 10:35 to play, 20-10 Oak Ridge. Quarterback will pass. Now he's in trouble. He feels pressure. He feels grass. He's sacked.
Once again, Oak Ridge's defensive line getting pressure in there. John Dickens in there, along with a host of Wildcats, but the coverage was there on the tight end. And Jefferson County right now has just got to ask themselves what has hit us, because they haven't gotten anything done here in the second half.
Yeah, it definitely looks like, you know, we talked about the weather. It looks to me like Jefferson County's getting tired. Oak Ridge, of course, with a lot more speed, usually a little bit more agile, can stand up a little bit more to all the plays and the heat.
10 minutes to go here in the ball game. 20-10, they'll punt. DeAndre back at the 35, a low snap, but before that, a problem ensued. A timeout by Jefferson County. We'll take one ourselves. Back in.
Wildcat. He's not exactly.
Back here at Blankenship Field, nearly a disastrous punt return by the Wildcats. DeAndre made the catch. I think Brett Kennedy was there to fall on it, to recover it for the Wildcats at the 39-yard line. Brett Kennedy on the fumble recovery, and here comes the offense again. First down 10. Oak Ridge up 20-10. 9:45 to play in the ball game.
Yeah, definitely a heads-up play that time. You know, that would have been absolutely, like you said, David, disastrous. You know, after Oak Ridge held them 3 plays and out, and then to fumble a punt return like that. Thank goodness. I think it was Brett Kennedy recovered the fumble.
From the 39-yard line, first down, 10 yards to go. 2 receivers to the left. Jeff Miner under center will pass. Little screen pass complete. Oh, what a block by Anderson. DeAndre at the 40 to the 45-yard line. Moves the ball to the 47, close to a first down. Doug Anderson laid out his man, springing DeAndre Johnson free for a big gain.
That's just an awesome block right there by Doug Anderson, David. You know, that's just great teamwork right there. He came very close to freeing up his man, DeAndre, for a touchdown. Just a great block on the part of Doug Anderson. Just really flattened his man. You don't see that a lot from receivers, but Doug did it that time.
9:25 to play. The Wildcats on top, 20-10, trying to beat Jefferson County again for the third consecutive time. Wide to the right side, Kennedy, single man wide to the left. Oak Ridge from the eye, second and a yard to go at the 47. Here comes the Wildcats, Sean Williams. He breaks to the inside, he's at the 40, first down. Moving the ball to the 41, first and 10 Wildcats.
Oak Ridge, David, is just starting to really get confident, and I'm not going to say take command, but they're really looking good out there. Sean Williams with a great cutback, good field of vision back to the center of the field, and then just sort of picked and chose his path for a good gain and a big first down for Oak Ridge.
From the 41-yard line, up to the line, Oak Ridge. Mike Gibson wide to the right side. Doug Anderson wide to the left. Oak Ridge from the eye again. First and 10. 9 minutes and counting. Jefferson County down by 10. 20-10. Here's Miner handing it to his fullback, and he breaks to the outside. He moves the ball to the 30. He breaks to the 25. Fumbles the ball. Picked up and fallen upon by the Wildcats. Well, that one could have been disastrous. Bo McGregor on the carry picks up the first down.
Well, another heads-up play. That time I believe that was Roy Howard on the fumble. Bo McGregor hits the fullback trap up the middle, goes uncontested for about 10 or 12 yards, and he got leveled at the 21 to about the 26-yard line. Fumbled the ball, heads-up play. Roy Howard, he's been there all night. He's done a lot of things tonight.
David, the way the Wildcats' offense has been working, it was just a matter of time before they slipped the fullback up there for a good gain, and Bo was able to do that with some good hard running. I believe they just marked him down. I don't think there's a fumble on the play.
From the 26-yard line, once again from the eye, 8:34 and counting, 20-10 Oak Ridge. Miner will pitch to Williams. Williams inside, he goes to the 20, to the 15-yard line, barrels his way forward to the 14. Another Oak Ridge first down. Jefferson County can't stop us.
That's what that run right there is what all state backs are made out of, David. He was hit after he picked up maybe 2 or 3 yards, but just got his shoulder square to the goal line and just barreled his way forward and wasn't going to be denied, and picked up another first down for Oak Ridge. So the clock's going to continue to run, and Oak Ridge keeps moving the chains.
They're going to call for a measurement here while they bring the chains on the field. It's 20-10 Oak Ridge, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
What's he complaining about? Injured players?
He runs hard.
Yeah, he does.
He runs
There's
hard.
somebody undersized.
You might have to bring this one back before it ends.
You remember that run Sean Wright made last year? Sean made one like that at the Powell scrimmage. It was almost as good.
Really?
Well, if they don't score, they're getting ready to go.
First down.
Back here at Blankenship Field, first down, 10 yards to go. From the eye, the Wildcats at the 15. Miner to Williams, gets a block. He's at the 5. He barrels his way to the 5-yard line, and he's tackled there. Another big hole on the right side. Jefferson County looking like a beaten team now. 7:53 to go, 20-10. Oak Ridge knocking on the door again.
Well, Bo McGregor, David, just 5'8" and weighs 172 pounds, but he's really stamped a big BO for Bo on that fullback depth chart, because he's played an outstanding game. Had some good blocks out there, and that time freed his tailback, Sean Williams, for a big game.
They're going to put him down officially at the 7-yard line. 7:29 to go, 20-10 Oak Ridge, but Kennedy wide to the left from the eye. Miner sneaks, Miner forward to the 3-yard line. That's the first down. Another first down and goal situation. Jefferson County, guys, what has happened to them here in the second half? Oak Ridge doing it on the line of scrimmage, blowing them backwards. The offensive game plan in the second half, and Michael, you mentioned it, well coached second half. The Wildcats made the adjustments. The good coaching staffs do that.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, the halftime adjustments are just so obvious out here. The Wildcats are a completely different team here in the second half. They just made some minor adjustments, but have really obviously paid the big dividends, and you just really have to give the coaching staff a great deal of credit.
Here's the Wildcats at the 3. Here's Sean Williams at the 5. He's at the 2-yard line, tackled right at the line of scrimmage. The Wildcats with only 1 first down in the first half, now with 14 first downs in the ball game, and they're knocking on the door for another score. They're inside the 5-yard line, well in the field goal range. Of course, they were in that about 40 yards back. The Wildcats getting Keith Thrift and Doug Anderson to the game. Gibson and Storch check out. They're at the 3, 6.5 minutes to go. Jefferson County's opening game might go down as another loss if they cannot come from behind, as the Wildcats lead by 10. Receivers left and right. Miner from the 3, from the eye, Oak Ridge. Miner will pass, rolling to his right, fires him into the end zone. The man is there. He makes the catch. Touchdown!
Who else? Roy Howard on the reception.
And a good touch pass that time by Jeff Miner, David. He was feeling some pressure, had to loft it over the head of a linebacker and found Roy right there in the seam for the big touchdown.
You know, Jeff Miner really has impressed me. You know, after the first couple of series, he has really relaxed and done an outstanding job. That time they had a little bootleg action. The pocket was collapsing by him. He was actually threw that ball off his back foot going backwards. Great pass. He's done a great job all night.
Granger Marler to attempt the extra point. The ball is down. The kick is booted up, and it's good. But time on the field, our score. 60 seconds. David Clary, Scott Munger, Michael Langenberg, Mark Hayes, and Jeff Wise, and Mike McNeely back here. The Wildcats headed for a victory here. Here's the kickoff. He fumbles it. Picks it up at the 10, the 15, 20. Torrey Yancey makes the stop at the 23-yard line. Jefferson County 1st and 10. The Wildcats are pumped. I can tell you, after the first half where it was kind of iffy, touch and go, the Wildcats have totally dominated the Patriots here in the second half.
You know, I don't know what Coach Gass does to get this the kicking team to come down the field like that. He must give $100 or something for the meanest lick that he is after. The people come down there with reckless abandon, and every single kickoff we've had, there's been 2 or 3 people that have just laid out some people.
I tell you, the roads are starting to crowd with Jefferson County Patriot fans. They're heading towards the exits with 5:51 to play. 27-10 Oak Ridge. Backfield split. Redding rolls left, hands it off. So what? They get 3 yards, but the clock continues to tick. They don't have the big strike capabilities. Where's Andre Williams? He has not been in since early in the ball game, and he was a near 1,000-yard rusher. Can you look across and see him on the sidelines over there? He's their big play guy. He's not been in the ball game really since maybe the first quarter. Second down, 5 yards to go. 27-10. Oak Ridge headed for victory number 1 here in the 1994 season. They'll play Campbell County next week. Backfield split. Redding brings them up. Receivers left and right. 4-man front for the Wildcats. Redding barks the play at the line of scrimmage, which is the 28-yard line. He hands it off. No, he'll run. He fooled me. He's at the 35, to the 40, to the 41-yard line. He's tackled by the Wildcats, and they pick up the first down, but a flag is down on the play.
David, I'm sad to really report that Andre Williams is walking on crutches over there at the 40-yard line. You can see number 1, and, you know, looking through my binoculars, he has a pretty nasty-looking brace on that right knee. Let's hope, you know, nothing serious has happened to him, but he's obviously out of commission for the rest of this ball game, and he looks like he may be out of commission for a while. He's a fine running back, but he's obviously out for quite some time.
I can't remember the guy's name, Scott. Michael, maybe you can help me. In 1987, in the first game at Jefferson County, they lost their running back for the season against Oak Ridge, who was supposed to be a Division I prospect. I can't remember his name, so that would be very, very tough if indeed Andre Williams has sustained a big injury here. 4:57 to go, and Oak Ridge will be 1-0. Second down, 15 yards to go. The Wildcats on defense. Redding will pass, dropping back, looking for trouble giving the pass off. He does make the reception, and the receiver is blasted, and he'll lose yardage. Had no place to go. Good coverage again by the Wildcats.
And look who made the tackle. Jeff Miner, David, the starting quarterback for Oak Ridge, getting out there, hustling from his defensive end position, covering the field, pursuing the ball, and came off to finish off the receiver that time, buried him into the turf.
You know, we talked about the inability for a Veer team to come back from a deficit like that. It is the first time they've passed, I believe, in the second half.
Up to the line, Jefferson County. It's 3rd down and 9. 4:15 to go. The backfield is split. Wide receivers left and right. Redding will pass. Has time across the middle to a wide open man who makes the reception, and it's incomplete. Torrey Yancey knocked the ball loose from the tight end. It's 4th down and 9.
Once again, Torrey Yancey, David, from his secondary slot, just came up with some nice pursuit that time. The intended receiver looked like he made the catch, but Torrey came in there to put a hat on the ball and knock it free for the incompletion.
27-10 the score, and here comes the Wildcats' Mike Gibson into the game to return what would be a Jefferson County punt. 4 minutes, 6 seconds to go. 27-10 the Wildcats on top. They knocked them off, Jefferson County, twice last year, trying to do it for the first time here in 94. They'll punt. Gibson standing back at the 40. 4th down and 9. Here's the snap, the punt. High, short, wobbly. It's going to drop in a score around the Wildcats. It bounces free and rolls dead at the 48-yard line, down by a Patriot. Great field position for the Wildcats, and the offensive unit comes onto the field. And Keith Thrift will be a wide out. I see Sean Williams for the first team in. Jeff Miner just kind of strolls down the field, and he'll take over at quarterback. Jeff's played a lot of ball here. He said in the paper, I think, the other day that he probably will go to bed very, very tired tonight, and I think he probably will. Deserving. He'll go 2-0 as a starting quarterback here at Oak Ridge High School. Here in 3 minutes and 45 seconds, the Wildcats up 27-10. Receivers left and right. From the I, Miner. From the Oak Ridge 48, 1st and 10. Coach Gaddis keeping the clock on his watch. Handoff, fullback, Bo McGregor to midfield. He's tackled at that point. 3:29 to play, 27-10 Oak Ridge.
Well, obviously Oak Ridge has been told by their coaching staff to hold on to the football extra tight. Don't want to turn the ball over here. Just try to keep your poise and keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock running. And, you know, the thing that's so great about this win, David, is everybody knew coming in that Jefferson County was a fine football team and Oak Ridge was young and inexperienced, but this is a team that's only going to get better as the season goes on, and they've really looked good here. I mean, just really you have to get excited when you think about the rest of the season and the way this team has the ability to improve.
Miner from the 49-yard line, 2nd down and 7. 2:55 to play from the I, Oak Ridge. McGregor and Williams the backfield, and Williams gets the call. Finds his balance, turns the corner 50, 45, 40, rumbling down, out of bounds he goes to the 37, 1st down, 10 yards to go.
You know, we'll say it probably a million times throughout the course of this year, but Sean Williams, I'd say he is very exciting. They've got him listed down here as 170 pounds. I think that may be stretching it, but he runs as hard as anybody I've ever seen to be the size that he is. Just outstanding balance, quickness. He's really an all-around great running back.
2:45 to play. The clock is stopped as Williams went out of bounds. He's at the Wildcats are at the 37-yard line from the I. Receivers left and right. We'll be talking to Joe Gaddis following the game. We'll also have a recap of the scoring. Here's the fullback, Bo McGregor, I believe, moving the ball forward. Just barely tripped up, or Bo might have gone the distance. He does move the ball inside. Look at the Jefferson County linemen just slowly getting up. They've been worn down here in the second half. Let me tell you, the line of scrimmage, the 33-yard line, 2nd down, 6 yards to go, and here comes Roy Howard out of the game, and Roy's had an outstanding ball game against Jefferson County. Gibson wide to the right, single man to the left, I formation, 2nd down, 6, 2:14 to go, and Oak Ridge will be 1-0. Jeff Miner, under center, Will Chambers. Miner, once again, has trouble handing it off this time to Bo McGregor. Jefferson County there to make the acquaintance of Mr. McGregor. 1:58 to go. Spencer Riley there for the stop. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. The line of scrimmage at the 35-yard line.
You know, it really is a good thing that they don't ask us to give a player of the game, because you look at the people who've contributed. Every single person on this team has contributed, and what a great job the young, smaller offensive line has done and defensive line have done to this game.
3rd down, 7 from the I. Miner. 1:33 to play. Coach Gaddis starts the play in motion, gives the signal to Jeff Miner. He's at the 35. The pitch will go to Williams. Williams hit hard and knocked down. Jefferson County still has a little pride left in them, but they're going to be 0-1 and heading back to Dandridge here in about 1:15. The Wildcats now faced with 4th down and 7. Doug Anderson will come into the game. Shannon Porter out. And let's see, Storch, I believe, comes out.
You know, David, this really isn't a situation to do this, but, you know, think about Oak Ridge. If they ever have to go for a last-second touchdown from, you know, around this area of the field, they could put Shannon Porter and Roy Howard on one side of the field and just send them deep and throw the ball up for grabs. Think about that vertical leap down there and the height of those two receivers. You have to like your chances.
From the I, Oak Ridge, 4th down and 7. Movement all the way across the line, and finally, movement does go across the line.
That's really good coaching right there, David. I don't think Jeff had any intentions whatsoever to snap the ball. They probably told him, you know, alter your voice to see if we can draw them off sides, and that's exactly what happened. The Patriots, I stand corrected. We've got is that delayed game from Oak Ridge.
Either way, we're down to 40 seconds. It's 4th down and 14. So Oak Ridge will go into their first region game tomorrow with next Friday. Hope it's not tomorrow, with a 1-0 record. 27-10 the score. Campbell County is the opponent here at Blankenship Field. We'll have the coverage beginning at 6 o'clock. Gibson to the right, Anderson to the left. From the eye, Oak Ridge, 4th down 14, 40 seconds to play. Minor from the 42-yard line of Jefferson County, sending the wide out Gibson all the way wide to the right in front of Coach Craig Kizabeth, who will lose for the 3rd time to the Wildcats. Now they're still having troubles, and now another delay of game call is going to be called against the Wildcats. They'll step off 5 more. Sophomore in there, Jeff Miner did his best to get the play for him to settle, but it's going to be a 5-yard step off and back to the 46-yard line. Here comes Shannon Porter back in the game, and he'll replace Mike Gibson. Mike might have made a mistake there, but he's going to have many great nights here at Blankenship Field before his career's over. 40 seconds to go, 27-10 the score.
Well, there's no doubt about that. Mike Gibson's a great athlete, David. The Wildcats here with 40 seconds left, an outstanding game, and like Scott said, so many contributors tonight. Both every aspect of the game has been great here in the second half, especially for Oak Ridge. As Sean Williams gets the call, he's at the 45-yard line. 40 lays a lick on one of the defensive backs, but goes out of bounds, well short of the first down.
So Jefferson County will take over. 34 seconds to go. First down, 10 yards to go for the Patriots. The Wildcat fans have stayed seated here, enjoying this win, the 3rd straight over Jefferson County, and really a good deal of the Patriot fans as well, settling into their seats across the way. Great night to open up the season. The temperature was great. No rain, and an Oak Ridge High School win against Jefferson County. They knocked us off the first 5 times. The Wildcats slowly creeping back into it. The Wildcats now with their 3rd win over the Patriots. The series now stands at 3-5. The Wildcats still could have a chance to play them again. We're down to 34 seconds to go. A timeout is asked for by Jefferson County. And they want to get some new players into the ball game. And the coaching staff of the Wildcats. Very enjoyable game. At halftime, very iffy if the Wildcats were ever going to get more than a first down. They were down 10-7. Saw Jefferson County walk up and down the field. Totally different second half. Total domination of a football team.
Yeah, it really was kind of the tale of 2 halves. The first half was although the score was, they were down by 3 points, it was almost a nightmare. They ran up and down the field at will. They came out and had a great game plan put together for the second half. Of course, I'm sure Coach Lucier had some words to say and made some great adjustments.
Jefferson County 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback hands it off for no yardage. He's hit at the 40, not a whole lot of yardage at all. 28 seconds to go. Jefferson County, I don't believe, can stop the play. Again, they've got substitute players in. This one headed towards the win column.
David, John Dickens is an outstanding player. He's going to have a great future here at Oak Ridge High School. That time just made a great adjustment. Headed in there, took his man on and just made the tackle in the backfield. He's going to be a great player here, both as an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman.
And the game is over. The final seconds tick down. The Oak Ridge Wildcats celebrating victory number 1. And the fans rise to their feet. Oak Ridge has knocked off Jefferson County here at Blankenship Field.